Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I want to borrow a quote from Ellie Hayes, which says, "The expert in anything was a beginner." So that takes me to my name is Isah Adewale Olatiwo. I am a chartered accountant of over 20 years experience. My topic today has to do with what I learned running a poultry business. So, in 2012, I was away in the country with my brother on vacation. So we were discussing that there's prospects in having, property for you to leverage on in future. Maybe by the time you retire, you have something to fall back to. So we now arranged for the purchase of a plot of land. A parcel of land rather, in my community. So I bought about 30 plots at that time. So after some time, we were just thinking, what can we use this place for? Initially, I planted some, seeds there. They were growing at a point, a cashew and all the rest. So each time I was going to the community, I noticed that, are you sure they're not encroaching on this land? So after some time, I now consulted a guy who now said he had worked in a poultry farm before, that if I have some money, I could start a poultry business. They'll be able to manage it for me. He's also a childhood friend. So we started that around the COVID period, precisely 2020. So we're doing the business. I started with like 1,000 birds. They built some structures on the land. So while doing that, the first incident that occurred was that because it's very close to the main road, there was a day an accident happened in front of that very farm. Very fatal accident. The shock, the birds, it was like stampede. So we lost, a large number of them. So we said, okay, no, we're going to hurt because, one thing about business is that, you have to be determined, you have to be courageous, and you have to have the capital to run it. Then you also have to be passionate. So I said, no, this thing, I must not allow this thing to defeat me. So I pushed in some funds again, to get more beds. So we started doing that. But at a point, we now realize that it is better not to allow something to pull you down. Just ensure that, whatever you are laying your hands on, you plan very well. That is what I've learned. Plan very well at the initial stage. Then make sure you are not a novice in the business per se. If you don't understand the business, go and learn about it so that you know the nitty-gritty of the business. Then one other thing that I've learned is also that you have to be patient at times to ensure that, okay, whatever you are doing is not immediately that you're going to realize, from the proceeds of whatever you're selling. Today, at least I'm happy to say that so far, at least we have succeeded in that kind of business. So, in a nutshell, just like I mentioned, the lessons I learned, there must be action plan in whatever you are trying to do. You must be passionate about it. Then you must ensure that you are courageous. You are bold, to face it. So, one other quote, which I normally use myself, which I'm going to use to end this conversation, is that he who plans to, wow. I'm stuck. Well, let me just put it in another way. If you don't plan then you are bound to fail. He who plans, he who fails to plan, plans to fail. So on this note, I want to appreciate the audience for your listening ears, and I thank you very much. My name remains Isah Adewale Olatiwo. Thank you.